I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Got a really cool pepper to eat today. Cool cross. I'm eager to munch this thing. This is from Tom Udovich, so thank you, Tom. He got them to me through Brock. You guys are awesome. He's got some, you know what? I got to talk. I can't go into the video and not talk about this. He sent me a couple really cool pods, and I ate them. I thought I had more than I did, so I ate them, and I felt terrible about that. So he's gonna send me some more. I'm really excited. The purple alien metamorphosis purple. What a cool pepper! Wait till you see it. Anyhow, today we're reviewing a Death Spiral crossed with a Primotalii, and here is this pepper. Kind of weird lighting today. Let me do this. Maybe this will be better. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Look at that. Now, it has no, here's the funny thing. Look, I can tell what it is because I can kind of see the Death Spiral traits, but he said it doesn't have a stem. So that's how I knew it for sure. I'm excited about munching this one. Death Spiral is a really great pepper. It's got really cool patterns, like striations, or I don't know what you call them. Kind of very, very cool pepper. And crossed with a Primotalii. Now, I've eaten one of these already, but I didn't review it yet, so that's what we're doing today. You know, I've been going back and forth for the last maybe week and a half. I got an email from somebody talking about a very, very interesting topic. And, whoa. River of oil. Wait till you see this. Anyway, I don't know what to do about it. I've actually gone to a few friends and said, do I, you know, it's an interesting email. Man, this is, wait till you see this. So I wonder if I should, I'm gonna do it. So I got an email similar to this about 4 years ago. I probably find it because I don't delete emails. I could do a search for it and probably find it. Wait till you hear it. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting, boy, you know what? I got to see if I can find it because it's been, let me see, before I eat this pepper, let me make sure I can find this. I got to make sure I can find the email because it has been a week or so. I apologize. I should have queued this up. You know why I didn't queue it up? I wasn't sure I was going to do it. And I'll probably be making a mistake doing this, to be honest with you. Because it's got to, you know. Give me just a minute. No, that's not it. Hang on a minute. Man, I hope I didn't delete it. I got it. Before I do, I'm going to show you, I'm going to eat this pepper first. Look at the river of capsaicin on this pepper. It is puddling in this pod. I'm not even joking you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I got good pictures for Instagram, but boy, oh boy, is it oily. I haven't seen a pod this oily in a while. Smells ferociously hot. In fact, if you have downloaded the from the App Store Smell-O-Vision 3.0, you can smell it from where you are. Kid you not. It's brutal. It's hot. Very thick placenta on one side. Kind of gnarly looking pepper, right? Let me take one more picture just because you don't see pods like this all the time. This is a really cool pepper. All right, I'm going to eat this pepper. I'm going to tell you what it tastes like and how hot it is. I'm going to read you a really, I haven't decided. I'm going to think about it. Hold on a second. Death Spiral crossed with a Primotalii from Tom Udovich. My name is Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. One of those peppers that's instantly hot. Some build and do this. Others don't. This is hot right away. But I almost feel like I should call a lifeline. I should call somebody and say, do I do this or not? The email comes from Bob. Now, remember, by the way, the neck knife for my girl. This is an email from Bob, and I got it 8 days ago. I said 8 days ago. Good day, Johnny. I'm emailing to ask a few questions about the blacklist within the heat community. I have heard, by the way, it's hot, it's climbing, the bird is in my throat. It's got kind of a violent climb. Blacklist, right? First time I heard about this was about 4 years ago. Maybe longer, I don't remember. It's been a long time. Anyway, I've heard some rumors about this list going around over the last couple years, but wasn't quite sure if it is a thing that actually exists or just some conspiracy. So I figured I would ask you, since you are better connected than the average Joe subscriber like myself. Thanks for being on the bus, Bob. You ready? Here we go. I've spoken to a few other YouTubers who have said that there is a blacklist, and some have named names, and some have said that there is a blacklist, but they don't want to talk about it. So, first question Bob asks, first question I have is, do you really believe that there is a blacklist in the heat community? It's a twofold answer. There most assuredly is a blacklist in the chili community. Now, is it a list that they can email you? I've seen one. There is. Now, it's not something that's official. There's not a website. It's, you know. Second question. If there is a blacklist, have you ever seen it or know anyone who has? I've seen an email. How verifiable, you know. When I read it, it rang true. It made sense to me. It seemed true. So I don't know. So question number 3. How does someone get blacklisted in this community? It's very simple. First of all, there's no real set of rules. You know, there's not like a set of guidelines that we have to adhere to. You know what I mean? If you're a negative person and you do it to yourself. Nobody puts you on a blacklist. You put yourself on a blacklist. I'm talking, you know, the person who's on the blacklist got them there on their own. No one puts you on a blacklist because they don't like you. And here's how it works. People just decide that you're persona non grata. They decide that you are, you have some, I don't know, you know, you have some characteristics or traits or behavior that's unsavory and not lining up with the chili community, the heat community, as Bob put it. I'm not going to name names, but you know, if I gave you a list of names, you'd say, yeah, it makes sense. Nobody puts somebody on a blacklist. The person who ends up being shunned by the community got themselves there on their own. Nobody else did it for them. The fourth question was kind of interesting. How does someone get off the blacklist? I need to think about this for a minute. Because, you know, as I'm sitting here thinking, I should have thought about this earlier. I had 8 days. I don't know if I've seen somebody get off the blacklist, so to speak. Here's how it is. You want to know how, if somebody is on the blacklist and they don't want to be there? It's very simple. Change. Change your behavior. Change the way you speak. Change the way you carry yourself. You know, that's how. Repent. You know what the word repent means? It means to change your mind, to change. That's what the word repent. So change, repent. Be different. I absolutely have seen somebody, yeah, I don't know, I can't really say his name because it wouldn't be fair. I've seen somebody that absolutely, you know what? I'm going to say, Nick, I am the noise opera. Now, he wasn't blacklisted, so to speak, But boy, he was headed in that direction. He was, listen, I'm just being honest because he's a friend of mine. I love him. Like, I love the guy. He was going through a part of life. I've been there, life's a journey. I've been there. I've been that guy. But he was, he was just very, very negative, and he was carrying himself in a way that he doesn't carry himself now. Now, is he on the blacklist now? Absolutely not. You have no idea how the change I've seen in him. He's kind. He's gracious. He's compassionate. He's just a good person. And I've watched him literally repent. There's no other way to say it. I mean, he changed. And anybody, I know Tommy would tell you the same thing. In fact, you know what I did on the plane? I did a lot of flying the last 3 or 4 days. And on one of the flights, I had 7,000 pictures in my photo gallery. 7,000 of them. So what I did was, by the way, the heat's down to about a 1 for me. It would have been listen, if you're not a chili head, that's a problem, Pepper. You're not talking, it's going to shut your talker down. If you're not a chili head, this is going to be, excuse me. If you're a chili head, this is an 8 and up. Some people will call it a 7, but it's a very hot pepper. Good flavor though, it was, I don't know if I told you the flavor. It was very fruity and very floral and bitter. But there was almost equal parts floral and bitter, and that carried through the entire pod until I sent it down. Anyway, let's get back to, I watched, and I'll tell you, here's the funny thing. There are people that are going to watch this video that will say, yeah, man, I saw a change in him. Like, I would say miraculous change. So can somebody, all you need to do is mend your ways. You don't need, there doesn't need to be a chalkboard with a set of rules on it. The people that are heading in the direction of being shunned by the community are doing it themselves, and they know they're doing it. And that's the sad part. But it's okay. I love a good comeback story. I love a comeback, so I'm rooting for all of them. But the very interesting, we'll see what happens. So Bob, there you go. There's a few people that may watch this that I called after I got that email and said, because it was an unusual email, you don't get 2 like it in 8 years, almost 8 years. So anyhow, they may watch this and go, yeah, you decided to do it. So the last thing I'll end on, if you're somebody who's going in the direction, here's the thing. You don't need anybody to say, hey, you're one of them. Because the people that are moving in that direction know who they are. I would urge you to change, repent. Simple as that. Change can happen, and change is beautiful. You can't steer a parked car. And at one point, Nick, my brother, I had the noise opera, his car was parked. There was no steering that thing. And then one day he took it out of park. And he was able to steer it. He corrected his behavior. He's just a stand. And I mean, listen, he had a period this big that I knew of him where he was unsavory. And then he's been absolutely like a brother for the remaining of it. And he's just been so solid and so consistent. So use that as an example. If you're somebody who's being shunned, here's the problem. A lot of the people that are moving in that direction don't really care, and they wear it like a badge of honor. So it is what it is. But you betcha there's one. Thank you, Tom Udovich, for that pepper. That was a Death Spiral crossed with a Primotalii. I'm back to baseline. So I don't know how long this video is, probably 15 minutes or so. So I got, talked for a few minutes, got to peak, and back to baseline, and that's kind of, I've been doing this for a really long time, and at the end of the pepper season, my tolerance is really high, and I peak and come back to baseline very, very quickly. If you're somebody who's just if this is your first season eating peppers, and you're kind of getting into it, you're passionate, and you're fired up about the next pepper you might eat, if you're new at it and you ate that pepper, don't expect a 15-minute peak and back to baseline. It doesn't work like that. If you're new at it, everything is exaggerated. How long it takes to peak is going to seem like it takes forever. And how long it takes before it comes down is going to seem like an eternity. That's kind of the way it works. And the higher your tolerance gets, the more you're able to, it just comes with the territory. But you can do it. I have faith in you. Going to wrap it up now. Bob, thank you for the email. Thank you guys for listening. You know, listen, there have been so many times in my life where I needed to repent and I needed to change. And if I didn't, all those terrible things that were coming into my life, I was bringing them in with my behavior. And it's as simple as that. But thank you for watching. Tom Udovich, thank you for the pods. Rock Bandy, Rockstar. In the description box, you're going to see all the normal stuff. Please check it out. Right here, you're going to see my son, Johnny Scoville Jr., and the lifeboat. If you've got a past trauma or an addiction, or if you're trying to change some behavior, the lifeboat's a terrific place to go because you'll get absolutely judgment-free support from, and I'll tell you, it's a beautiful thing. So if you need some of that, go there. And up on top, you're going to see, you'll see some cool stuff, so go check it out. Thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.